Good morning, everybody. First of all, let me just say thank you very much for some of the legislators and legislative leaders for being here today. Senator Steinberg, Senator Hollingsworth, Senator Cogdill, Assemblywoman Caballero, Senator Padilla, Senator Benoit, Senator Maldonado, Assemblyman Blakesley, Senator Simidian, Assemblyman Hagman, and Assemblyman Fletcher, and everyone. If the other legislators that are here that I did not mention, please. Benoit, I think I mentioned. Okay. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, just you know, I want to apologize because they're just drifting in as time goes on. So this is it. But we also have behind us here an interesting group of people, which is a combination of Democrats and Republicans, Northern Californians, Southern Californians, rural, urban, business leaders and business people, labor, farmers, environmentalists, farm workers, water agencies, Latino Water Coalition, and the list goes on and on and on. So I just wanted to basically say thank you to the legislative leaders and to the legislators and everyone behind me that has worked so hard on this water infrastructure package. I'm so excited that finally my vision is one step closer to becoming a reality, which is to fix our water infrastructure. This is without any doubt the most comprehensive water infrastructure package that was passed here at 6 o'clock in the morning, the greatest package and most comprehensive in the history of California. And this is a $11 billion package that will be leveraged against an additional $30 billion. It is altogether a $40 billion project. And this is something that is very badly needed for the state of California. And this was part of our infrastructure proposal of our strategic growth plan in 2006 in my State of the State address. But at that point, the legislature only wanted to do part of it, which was transportation, education, affordable housing, and fixing the levees. The two things that were left out at that point was the infrastructure of prisons and also the infrastructure, our water infrastructure. The water infrastructure was the last piece of the puzzle that was missing. And I think by 6 o'clock this morning, we finally got this piece to become part of this whole puzzle. And we're very happy about that. As you know, this has been a huge problem, that the infrastructure that was built 5 decades ago by Pat Brown was for 18 million people. We're in the meantime 38 million people. And we're going to be eventually in the next 15 years, 50 million people. And this project would take that long in order to get it completed. So again, I just want to congratulate everyone here for this historic accomplishment, and I want to just let also the people of California know they can be very proud of the legislators, because I know that a lot of times the people feel like they're not doing enough, but this was one of the great accomplishments, and I want to congratulate them, and I want to hand it over to Senator Steinberg to say a few words, please, who has been a terrific partner. I want to thank you because you've worked very hard on this, and this was truly a shuttle diplomacy, going up and down from the top down to our office and back up again and all this. So you've brought everyone together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Governor, for your leadership and your commitment to not only the issue of water, but to infrastructure here in California. It is so important, and it was my honor to partner with you. I also want to thank my fellow legislative leaders who are here today, Senator Hollingsworth, Senator Cogdill, Assemblymember Blakesley, and Speaker Bass as well for showing ourselves and the people of California that we can, in fact, take the biggest, most unsolvable problem in California and actually solve it. And I'm very proud of not only the leaders, but all of my colleagues who are here today, and all of my colleagues who participated in this tremendous breakthrough. I also want to do just a very quick thank you and shout out to the leaders in the environmental community who stuck with us through thick and thin. The Nature Conservancy, the Audubon Society, the NRDC, the CLCV, and the Environmental Defense Fund. None of this was easy. If it was easy, it would have gotten done a long time ago. And there are always difficult choices and compromises, but you stuck with us because there are tremendous gains for the environment in this entire package. Briefly, this is something that legislatures for decades have tried to take on and have been unable to do so. This legislature took it on, and we were successful. And of the many things that are important about this package, there's one that sticks out to me. In a struggling economy, this package is going to create the opportunity for hundreds of thousands of high-wage jobs in this state. And boy, we need it. We may differ a little bit about how to stimulate the economy as we debate various matters of public policy upstairs, but on this, we can use the public fisc to get out there and help create jobs in a way that also dramatically improves our water infrastructure in California. I can't think of a better or more important thing to do. Legislatures for, decades have tried to tackle this problem and have not been able to find the common ground. I'm very proud of my colleagues that they were able to find that common ground. And yet, people, it's a very simple thing. What's going to make people feel better about the legislature? It's if we just plain do our jobs and produce on behalf of the people. And we have in a big way. And I intend to work to propel, help us move forward on a whole host of issues with the same sort of an approach. It is a little bit of a catch-22 because I think we did go into this saying that, geez, it would be better maybe if we kept the financing piece smaller. And yet, as we move towards the finish line, I think we recognize that there is a whole lot of unmet need. And for example, the main pieces around the additional dollars are for more groundwater cleanup and for more resources for recycling and conservation. So I think in all, the additional resources, I think, strengthen the package, and again, mitigate the fiscal piece in two different ways. Number one, only half the bonds can be sold before 2015, and number two, it's a little bit of a misnomer that there isn't a user pay provision in the bond. There in fact is, because, for example, under Chapter 8, the storage pot, that over 50%, if any project is ever authorized, over 50% of the resources have to come from non-state funds, which means the beneficiaries of the project. So it does represent, I think, in fact I know, a reasonable balance. It's true that you would rather be putting these sorts of measures forward in a better economic time, but on the other hand, I really do believe that in addition to all of the huge gains for the environment here, that as policymakers we need to be about stimulating the economy and about creating high-wage jobs. And this kind of investment, I think, will help our economy recover faster than it otherwise would. I trust the voters, and look at people said the same thing when it came to the passage of the high-speed rail initiative, which was actually in the midst of the worst part of the recession. And the voters, had a forward vision, and they said, despite the difficult economic times, that they wanted to point towards the future. And I think with the right campaign, the right education, the right message, that that they will do the same again. You know, I come from, my history is I'm the mental health guy, the foster care guy. Did Prop 63. I mean, you know where my heart is on many issues of public policy. But I also really believe that as we continue to fight across the partisan divide about taxes versus spending and all those issues which have to be fought in the 2/3 rule and all of the battles that we, in fact, are going to wage, there's only one clear way until those battles are resolved to improve our fiscal situation, and that is to create more high-wage jobs and to invest and to use public resources to invest in needed infrastructure. I mean, that's tried and true.